So this is why we have called the meeting here today, and that is what we will keep the focus to. So we're going to start off just with informational clarifications and extra information that we have found out since. So we're going to start off with somebody from the legal working group.
Hi. Essentially, what this letter means, well, it's really a change in emphasis on the conversation between the occupation and the cathedral. It doesn't mean that we need to go anytime soon. In fact, if the cathedral do decide that they wish to remove us from the land, this process won't be able to begin until a court order is produced, which will be on Monday at the earliest. So it's worth bearing in mind throughout this discussion that there's no requirement to go anywhere quick.
Statement on the London occupylondon.org.uk. We are disappointed to learn that the management of St Paul's have decided to close the cathedral this afternoon. In their open letter regarding our peaceful occupation that aims to highlight and challenge the social economic justice in the UK and beyond. Since the beginning of the occupation 6 days ago, Occupy LSX have tried hard to accommodate the cathedral's concerns in any way we can. Over the past 48 hours, we have completely reorganised the camp in response to feedback from the fire brigade, and we have also accepted presence of 2 large barriers to preserve access to the side door of the cathedral. Both of these measures were accepted by the General Assembly in order that the cathedral's normal operation should not be unduly impacted by our presence. This afternoon we've been told in a telephone call by the fire brigade that they have not issued any new requirements above and beyond those already communicated directly to the camp. Therefore, there are no outstanding fire safety issues. What outstanding issues there are appear to be concerned with, firstly, health and safety, and secondly, the cathedral's commercial concerns. We seek clarification from the cathedral as to the precise nature of those health and safety concerns so that we might address them directly. In the short space of time that we have been here, we have successfully liaised with the city authorities and outside bodies to coordinate recycling and sanitation. As to the cathedral's commercial concerns, access to the restaurant has never been blocked by the encampment. The closure of the restaurant by the cathedral has mystified us, especially as it came at the same time we encourage our people to use and support the restaurant. We would much prefer to eat there than in some of the nearby chains. We believe the cathedral is also concerned about their visitor numbers. We have endeavoured to ensure that our schedule does not conflict with the cathedral's, so that their normal operations are not impaired. Clearly, we have become another tourist attraction on the cathedral's doorstep. But since we are not a commercial concern, we are struggling to understand how we have had any financial impact on the cathedral's revenues. We also understand that some individuals were in the process of arranging for a contribution to be made to St Paul's in recognition of their hospitality. It is a shame that the cathedral authorities have decided to take this action before those preparations came to fruition, as we expected them to in the next 12 hours. Over the course of this week, we have done a huge amount to draw attention to the crisis of economic and political legitimacy experienced in the UK and mirrored in protest stage across the world. That awareness-raising exercise and our attempts to provide a truly participatory and accountable forum in which to investigate ways forward will continue. Newsflash. Rachel Sambell, Health and Safety, has advised that the City of London Health and Safety have had no contact with St Paul's Cathedral issues regarding health and safety at the site.
Another ploy.
Great, so that's kind of the context, that's where we're at. So I'm going to ask you all to do now is just split into groups of around about 10 people that you're sitting around and just discuss what's on your mind, what you're thinking we should do about this and what's going on, and air all your thoughts, and then we get feedback from these groups rather than a long process of waiting for everybody who wants to speak to come up at the front. So just self-organise into groups of around about 10 and get discussing what's on your minds. Thank you.